The Sui ecosystem has been on fire, and for those that have been paying attention and participating, many have been rewarded in the form of airdrops from top protocols such as Walrus, Sui NS, Hidal, and others. I'm going to show you my top 7 Sui ecosystem projects with either confirmed airdrops or rumored airdrops, and I'm going to show you what you can do to qualify for them. I'll also throw in a couple honorable mentions at the end, so stay tuned for that. But please note, nothing I say is financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. We have a lot of ground to cover, so I'm going to go kind of quick through each one, but I will put a link in the description to each project I mentioned that contains detailed instructions on the steps you can take to qualify for the airdrops. All right, let's start with Magma Finance. We covered this one last week and it's gained a lot of traction. You can see this post from just 32 minutes ago. Magma Finance has over 50 million total value locked. When we covered this just about a week and a half ago or so, it was about 30 million. So this is growing really quick and has potential to be one of the larger Sui ecosystem airdrops this year. Qualifying for it is pretty straightforward. So let's jump into it. We'll go to the DEX. You can see that the momentum building program is live in the LFG phase. This thing just launched about a week and a half ago, so you're still very early with the momentum building program. So some of the steps you can take to potentially qualify for the momentum airdrop: simply make swaps on the DEX as often as possible would be number 1. Second step would be to provide liquidity in any of these pools. We chose the Wall Sui pool in our last video on momentum just because I like both tokens, and I always recommend when providing liquidity, choose a pair where you're comfortable holding both coins in case one goes up and the other goes down and you're stuck with one. So simply providing liquidity would be potentially a qualifier for the airdrop, but providing liquidity would be step 2. Another thing you can do is go ahead and create a referral code, get your referral link. Getting referrals should definitely help position you for even larger allocation of the Magma Finance airdrop. And then one last thing, you can join their Galaxy campaign, just follow Momentum, and then go through and complete the social tasks like following them on X and a few other things to boost your chances of qualifying for the Magma Finance airdrop, which again I think has potential to be one of the larger Sui ecosystem airdrops this year. Next up is Talus, the next gen platform for decentralized AI agents backed by Polychain. Their DevNet went live on April 24th. AI agents are gearing up to be the next $1 trillion asset class, and Talus is building the AI economy on Sui with fast execution and fully on-chain autonomy. Talus agents are designed to generate revenue, manage assets, and grow independently. So here's a really good post by QAnLix talking about the Talus airdrop and walking you through the exact steps to take to potentially qualify yourself. So I'll link to this in the description below. Let's go ahead and click through to their website. The on-chain operating system where AI agents become income-generating digital businesses, Talus. So promising looking project. What do we need to do to potentially qualify for the airdrop? So step 1, go to their community hub, connect your wallet, join their Discord, get some roles, add your Telegram, email, X account, and so on. Add your Sui wallet. So this would be step 1, complete these tasks. Another thing you could potentially do, you'll notice that they have an NFT collection, the Tallies. I'm currently sitting at a floor price of around 47 Sui. If you're able to, and you really are high on farming the Talus airdrop, then having a Tallies NFT in your wallet most likely would be something that would help enhance your eligibility for the airdrop. I don't know that for sure, just speculating, but that's something you might want to consider. So Talus has potential to be, again, one of the bigger airdrops within the Sui ecosystem this year. Next up is Magma Finance, the hybrid liquidity DEX on Sui. So we covered this one last week. Similar to Magma Finance, Magma Finance is pretty straightforward in terms of how to qualify for the potential airdrop. So like Momentum with Magma Finance, you're going to want to simply use the DEX, make swaps as often as possible, provide liquidity if possible in any of the pools that you so choose, and then go ahead and join their task on, follow them on Twitter, join their Discord, and just complete these tasks as another way to qualify potentially for the Magma Finance airdrop. You can see that they have incentives page coming soon, but with the information we have right now, simply making swaps as often as possible and providing liquidity would be the 2 biggest things to position your Slush wallet or Phantom wallet or Backpack wallet for the Magma Finance airdrop. Next up is GiveRep. This one's pretty straightforward. Simply go to the platform, giverep.com, and go ahead, click on my profile and connect your X account. Once your X account's connected, you can then go to the loyalty program and you can join all the programs and simply tweet about them on X with @GiveRep and then whichever one you want to promote. And I have a video on this. I will put the video in the description. GiveRep is one of the most interesting projects to pop up. It's basically a Sui specific version of Kaido, which has been very popular on other chains. GiveRep has a ton of potential. It's still super early. V1 is not even launched. So this is something you can jump on and do really well with, farming a bunch of different airdrops throughout the Sui ecosystem simply by making content on X. A lot of different ways that you can earn with this. So GiveRep is something you can start with zero capital, farm a bunch of different projects within the Sui ecosystem, simply just with your time and effort on Twitter. Next up is one of my favorite projects in the Sui ecosystem, Potato Finance. Again, I covered this one a couple weeks ago. It's a leading DeFi dApp aggregator and wallet manager on Sui, built to equip you with powerful tools to thrive. I've been using this daily. So this is the desktop version. There's a mobile app version. It's a great way to keep track of all of your Sui ecosystem assets that you have across multiple different wallets. If you're like me, you might have 5 or 6 or 7 different wallets. You can connect them all in here basically and track everything in one spot. And they are rumored to have an airdrop coming up. So for me, this is an easy one to farm, right? Because I use it anyways. One of the main ways you can potentially qualify is just by using the decks that they have built in here to make swaps as often as possible. And then go through achievements. If you click up here, there's a bunch of different things you can do. Adding your wallets, simply giving yourself a nickname, profile picture. And I have a full video guide on how to do this. So I'm not going to go into great detail on this here. I'll just link the video specifically showing you how to qualify for this potential airdrop in the description. But I highly recommend checking out Potato. They also have a referral system, so invite as many people as you can. That will boost your airdrop ranking as well. But one more thing I want to point out is if you go to airdrops, this is really cool. It's going to show you all ongoing airdrops, farming guides, and possible airdrop opportunities within the Sui ecosystem. So this is a great spot to come each week and just check out what's in here. What is Potato saying is something you should look at in terms of airdrop farming within the Sui ecosystem. Not only do I recommend using Potato, but they also have an airdrop, and it's a great resource for finding other Sui ecosystem airdrops. So definitely check out Potato. It's number 6 on my list. Going to be a combination of 2 different protocols: 7K aggregator, 7K AG, and Aftermath. Again, I've covered both of these in the past. These both have airdrops coming, and farming them is pretty straightforward and simple. Just use the DEX aggregators on both 7K and Aftermath to make swaps. Then with 7K, they have a whole ecosystem they built out, 7K smart trading ecosystem on Sui. One thing that you could also do is jump on 7K Fun, which is their meme coin launchpad, similar to like Turbo's Fun, Move Pump, all 4 Sui ecosystem tokens. So participating on here would potentially also boost your airdrop allocation. And when you connect your wallet, you'll see that you earn drops. So I hardly have any in here, but each swap you make, I would guess each trade you make on 7K Fun earns droplets. And you can learn more about it if you go to leaderboard. You can use your droplets to mint NFTs. So they have an NFT collection. You can actually buy these on secondary as well on Tradeport if you're interested. So that's 7K. With Aftermath, you can go a little further. You can stake Sui with them, which would probably be a big step towards qualification. And then you could also provide liquidity in any of their pools as another way to qualify. So again, I combined 7K aggregator and Aftermath for my number 6. These are 2 really good projects that you could use daily and farm airdrop points. Number 7 is a big one, Aika. This is the most anticipated airdrop since Walrus. Many anticipate it being on that same level. So this is a really good post I'll refer to by Facey on X, talking about the Aika airdrop and the steps you could take to potentially qualify. You can social farm it for free on X using GiveRep, which we just talked about. You could also go ahead and complete their tasks on their site Inksack. So this is just inksack.wall.app. Connect your Slush wallet and then go through and complete the pre-mainnet tasks. Pretty straightforward. It helps if you have an Aika NFT. However, if we take a look at them on Tradeport, you can see they are pretty pricey with an 81 Sui floor at the moment. But if you are able to pick up one of these NFTs, then you could stake it again on inksack.wall.app as the first task, and then you can go through and complete all these tasks. So you could swap Sui for iSui. You do that on Spring Sui, which is part of the Suiland suite of products, basically. So you're just liquid staking Sui for iSui. Then you stake your iSui right here. You could also purchase keys on Tradeport. You can see the squid keys currently at a 1.9 Sui floor. You could buy these, and then you can turn the key in here once you have it in your wallet and potentially hit sort of the lottery and get a bunch of ink droplets. I tried it with like 3 or 4 keys and I only got 1 droplet per key, so it didn't really pay off for me. But for some people it has paid off in a big way. They got lucky, kind of hit the lottery, and their key unlocked a ton of droplets. So that's another thing you can do. Then you just go through and complete these free tasks, creating a D wallet, generating your first message, literally just signing something in your wallet. And then you go ahead and submit your Sui wallet receive address, Bitcoin Xverse wallet receive address, and then your EVM address, so like your MetaMask, or you could use Phantom wallet or Backpack wallet. So the pre-mainnet task, again, it's a huge bonus if you are able to pick up an MF Squid Market NFT and stake it here. If you're able to stake some Sui for iSui on Spring Sui and then stake that iSui here, that helps as well. If you can pick up some keys and play the lottery, you have a chance to earn more ink droplets. But if nothing else, I would just connect your wallet and try to go through here and complete as many of these tasks as possible. And that's what he's talking about right here. Join their Discord. reward, get a roll. Number 4 says stake to the Aika validator. So if we open our Slush wallet, we click on the piggy bank, and then you scroll down to start native staking. You could go ahead and find the Aika validator in here. Let's see. There it is. So you could go ahead, click on that, and then stake as much Sui as you'd like with Aika's Sui staking validator as another potential way to qualify. And so that's the Aika airdrop. Again, one of the most highly anticipated within the Sui ecosystem this year. I will say that the TGE token generation event seems to be getting closer. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're considering buying an NFT. We just don't know how much time is left, but this is one you definitely want to at least take a look at and see if there's some way you can qualify before that actually happens. A few more Sui ecosystem projects that have potential for airdrops. I'll throw them out there. Not going to go into detail, but just want to put them in front of you in case you want to dive into them. SteamFi, this is a product of SuiLend. This one is rumored to have an airdrop upcoming, most likely with the Send token. And so you can dive into this, see if this makes sense for you to farm. Double Up is another one with an airdrop coming. This one is confirmed. Basically, by using their platform and holding one of their citizens NFTs, most likely qualify you for this airdrop. Carrier One's a top DPIN project on Sui with a rumored airdrop as well. I have a video on Carrier One, which I'll link to, and how to position for this one. Another project with huge upside. Lombard Finance and their flagship liquid staking token LBTC is now on Sui, and there's an opportunity for an airdrop here as well. I'll link to the video I did on this one. One of my favorite trading bot platforms, RaidenX, actually has an airdrop section on their app, so this is one I would definitely check out, consider using. It's currently my go-to trading bot platform for Sui ecosystem tokens, and they just came out with Moonbags, their Sui ecosystem meme coin launchpad. So simply using the launchpad and the trading bot platform would probably be the most direct path to qualifying for the RaidenX airdrop. And last but not least, Walrus. They had their airdrop in late March, but there are strong rumors of a second airdrop with a 6% allocation, I believe. And so if that's the case, the most obvious way to potentially qualify for that would be to pick up some Walrus tokens, then go to their site and go to use and stake wall and stake it natively right through here. You can choose any of these nodes to stake with. So if you are a believer in that second Walrus airdrop, that would be an easy one to do as well. So lots of opportunity in the Sui ecosystem when it comes to airdrops, as this is one of the fastest growing layer ones in crypto. Just by participating and using the different apps, protocols within the ecosystem is a great way to set yourself up for future airdrops across multiple projects. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more crypto content. I'll see you in the next one.